Hello and welcome to video 3 of the hashtag 153 quid bike. This week I was going to be talking to you about how to wire up the bike, get the front end talking to the back end and make us something that we can ride and call a bicycle. Sadly, as you may have read in the comments to video 1, I've actually got a little bit of a boo-boo at the moment which is affecting the dexterity in my right forefinger. That is about as far as I can bend it. It's always going to make it very difficult to start messing around with things like internal routing like we have on this bike, or setting up the rear and front mechs, which can be quite fiddly, and one little bang to that and I swear you won't need to watch these videos to hear my swearing, even you guys watching from Canada or Wisconsin. So instead what I'm going to do is switch the order around and I'm going to talk to you about the little tips and tricks I used to get some of our very reasonably priced parts, really cheap, looking a little bit better and a little bit smarter for the final build. I'll take you through the products I had to have available to me to do that, little tips and tricks I used along the way, and hopefully we can look at the final product and agree that with a little bit of elbow grease, a little bit of Teacut and an awful lot of strange matte black vinyl wrap, we can get our parts looking that little bit better for not an awful lot of money.
The first thing we've got to do then is make sure that the bike's clean. I was very lucky when I picked up the 153 quid bike frame that it was in good condition and it wasn't too dirty. But on screen just now you can see a giant TCR that I bought 2 years ago. I bought it to restore it back to its former glory and you can see that the main challenge was actually getting the grime off. I've shown you some pictures there of my basic cleaning kit, bit of muck off shampoo, absolutely standard, you can buy it anywhere, WD-40, essential part of any kit, nail polish remover, that's going to allow you to take any stickers or sticker gum off the frame which can otherwise be quite difficult. The thing with the greasers is you have to be quite selective. The brand that you can see on screen now, Pure, is less harmful to the environment than some other ones, and in the white tube that's actually some frame protector. Once you've got the bike nice and clean you can keep it looking that way and make sure the muck just slides right off it in future. One piece of kit that can really help us when we're refurbishing is an ultrasonic cleaner. You can see here that I'm cleaning up the brake shoe carriers that come with the 105 brakes we've fitted to the bike already. Now these are notorious for getting clogged up with brake grime and not being that easy to release when you're trying to replace them with new pads. So what I'm doing is putting them into a freezer bag with a little bit of concentrated muck off solution. The reason I'm putting them in the bag is that I don't have to use as much of the solution. If I was to fill up that whole cleaner with the concentrate, that'd be horrendously wasteful, and if I was to dilute it as it's meant to be used, it wouldn't be as powerful. By putting them in a bag I can use a little bit less of it. Once they're done, I'm going to take them out of the bag and chuck them back in for another 5 minutes just to get the soap off them and make sure they've had a good long time in that ultrasonic cleaner so they're nice and easy to take off. Another essential product has got to be Teacut. Easy to overlook for its simplicity, any frame used for a certain amount of time is going to pick up the little scrapes and scratches which dull the finish, as you can see in this comparison of the before and after of me polishing just the head tube. And what about when Teacut just won't cut it? These cranks have got obvious damage to the finish where it looks like the heel of a shoe has been striking against them over a long period of time. Now it sort of left me with two choices: accept it how it was, or possibly flat it down, undercoat and then spray it. I looked for a third way. I recently saw somebody online who'd used a carbon style wrap over a set of cranks in order to get a carbon effect on a metal crank. Now while that wasn't exactly what I was going for, I was able to find a really cheap black matte wrap online. Now yes, this image is a little bit sped up. This, to do half of the crank, was 7.5 minutes of painstaking work with the end of my thumb and a hairdryer. However, if you look at the before and after, I think this has been a really effective way of covering up that damage if that's what you were seeking to do. As to longevity, I'll be honest, it felt quite fragile. I'll be surprised if this lasts very long at all. However, I think you'll agree with the chain rings on it, it does look quite impressive.
And so we come to the end of another video. Thanks very much for sticking with it, guys. Hopefully over the course of this video you've seen how easy it is with a little bit of elbow grease, a little bit of vision and a little bit of time to take items that might have been unattractive to others and therefore reasonably priced, but perfect in function, and get them back on the bike looking great. Next week, I promise you, I'll get over my boo-boo and we'll be able to take this bike forward as something you can actually pedal and something that you can actually watch me ride on in my beautiful new Phonak bib shorts. Google those if you haven't seen them before. Something else. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Stay safe.